And hello, and welcome back to the Somnium Files. Last time, the Iris that died wasn't Iris at all? And I noticed when I was editing the last episode, I didn't actually say it out loud, but I sort of have I don't know why I didn't say it out loud. I think I was like deliberating on it, and my mind sort of jumped to the idea of not trusting Hitomi. Because 1, her interactions with So. 2, based on some discussions that were had, it sounds like she's fucking lying to us about stuff. Or wait. No. Maybe not. What was the basis of me thinking that she was lying? So someone corrected a detail. Apparently at the end of the Mizuki route, there is a translation error where she says that my best friend's mother is, or my mother's best friend, but it's really supposed to read my best friend's mother, which, how it's translated gives information that clearly is wrong. Was that the thing that I thought she was lying about? I'm trying to remember. Because I don't even remember if I recorded... I think I recorded the last episode before that was pointed out, basically. So... either way. If she looks like Iris, the dates don't match up. Well, it's 10 plus years, so it could mean a lot of things. Could be related. Could be Iris's big sister that happens to look like her. And also, you know, not as much like her mother or whatever. I'm just confusing myself at this point. I don't have my facts straight. So, let's hear about Alice. Because you know about them, Mizuki. Yes, you do? Oh, I gotta specifically... Okay, there we go. I thought it was gonna progress.
It was about a month ago. I saw my daddy crying in the president's office at Lemniscape.
Really? That seems important?
I was peeking through a crack in the door so he didn't see me. Daddy got up, then got into his car and drove away. I had never seen him like that before. I was curious, so I followed him in a taxi. That led me to the cold storage warehouse.
So you have been there. Wow.
He got out of his car and went inside.
The loading. The loading. What the fuck? Is it because I just booted it up or something?
I followed right behind him, quietly. Daddy was standing next to the forklift in the back. I hid behind a shelf. I watched Daddy open the hood of the forklift, and then, after a little bit, he left.
So...
I wanted to know what he was looking at. I went over to the forklift and I looked under the hood myself. And then...
You saw Alice's dead body.
But at the time, I thought it was Iris.
Makes sense. Interesting. What did you do after that?
The corpse looked exactly like Iris. I couldn't believe she was dead. I just couldn't. So I went to Iris's house.
And she was there?
Huh? What's wrong, Mizuki? Iris was alive. I thought I was going crazy. Or dreaming. I tried to convince myself that it was just a hallucination.
Okay. Well, that explains that part. Is that why you didn't call the police then?
What was I supposed to do? Daddy would have been in trouble.
So you kept quiet this whole time?
Yeah.
That's... Mizuki, you're great, but that's a horrible reason not to do it. If you suspect... Like, even if you suspected your father was a murderer, I know that sucks, but you don't just keep quiet about that.
What do you mean? I couldn't just ask. It would have changed everything. I thought that as long as I stayed quiet, everything would be okay. I didn't see a dead body. I wasn't even at the warehouse. I repeated that to myself over and over and tried to forget the whole thing.
Repressed memories are often the subject of somnia.
Is that why we saw it when... Okay, so this route we basically formulated... Basically, we brought up bad memories of hers, right? Is that why we saw it? This is just like part of that bunch of stuff?
That's why Alice showed up during the sync.
Okay.
I actually met with one of the higher-ups at Daddy's company last night, before I went to Matsushita Diner.
Why?
Because you asked about the cold storage. I was curious.
Really? You met with one of them. Okay.
I asked around some, and...
And? And?
I found out that Daddy was managing the warehouse before I was born. After my grandpa died, Daddy took over. In exchange for managing the warehouse, he gave ownership of the company to someone else. I guess he didn't want to let this place go.
So he just managed a single warehouse and gave over the entire company to... How does that work?
Or maybe he couldn't let it go. That's more accurate, I think. But I understand why. Inside that warehouse was...
Alice.
Why, though? So it seems fairly likely that... It seems fairly likely that Renju was, at the very least, involved in however she died. Whether that's part of his previous job, or previous role of basically being a tag-along to crimes and stuff like that, or something else. If the only reason you're keeping the cold storage warehouse under your management is to keep that a secret, it feels like you could have just disposed of the body in some much more persuasive way at this point. So maybe they're keeping the body around for something more than simply to keep it a secret.
On paper, Daddy has nothing to do with Okiura Fishery. Daddy was still managing the warehouse. And he was the only one allowed in there, too. That was part of the agreement when he gave up the company. And the whole thing had to be a secret. He really stressed that point.
That's a lot. That's a significant paper trail. He left a lot of witnesses to this whole arrangement, at the very least.
Hey, Mizuki. How long was he managing the warehouse?
For 18 years. That's what the man told me.
18 years?
Iris is 18, right? Or was she 17 turning 18? Trying to remember. Yeah, she's 18. 18 years. Probably not a coincidence. Probably not a coincidence.
From that long ago?
Yes.
Iba, I need an emergency search.
Okay, so she's 12, right? What does that imply in terms of how long was Renju and Shoko together? So he would have been 25 when she was born, and before that would have been like 22, which might have been around that time. That seems to add up. When were they? When did they meet each other and get married and stuff? It's all about timelines now, which is probably what I'm worst at.
Missing persons from 18 years ago.
Understood.
Not a small number.
Date, I found her.
Okay.
The girl who looks like Iris.
Fantastic.
What's her name?
That was fast, though.
Monica Iwai, 19 years old at the time of her disappearance. A graduate of Eitoku High School.
Is that...
What?
Ooh, so 19 years old. If he was 22 at the, well,
Renju was my classmate at Eitoku High.
so 18 years minus 18 years. What exactly is it? So, oh, 19. Never mind. Sorry, I was minusing 3 instead of 5 for some reason when I got 22. Or, fuck, I have gone to college for engineering. Why am I bad at math? No, yes, 19. Also 19? Also 19. And 1 year younger. Interesting. Interesting.
We've known each other for 20 years now.
Da-da-da. Da-da-da.
When I was young, I lost someone very important to me. Monica Iwai, my best friend. One of the only friends I had.
What was that? Harbor Warehouse District. Wait, when was that? I'm not even remembering the harbor. When did we see her in the warehouse district area? I vaguely remember saying something like that, but...
Monica. Hitomi's friend who went to the same school as her and Renju. But why?
She also happens to look a lot like Iris. Okay.
Monica's body was found just now. But even back then, Hitomi knew. She knew that Monica was already dead.
Well, we have a lead. Let's use it.
Aiba, where is Hitomi right now?
At headquarters for questioning.
Have them keep her at...
MPD still believes that the body they discovered was Iris.
Got it.
Have them keep her there.
Contact boss. Have them bring Hitomi to ABIS.
Roger that.
Do we let her know, or do we go immediately into the sink? Obviously, there's gonna be a sink at some point. She's hiding shit. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. I think I'm fairly confident in saying that Monica is probably Iris's mother. Actual mother. She probably adopted her or claimed that she was hers.
You're awfully calm.
Have I told boss about what I've discovered? Have I told anyone about what I've discovered?
You saw the corpse of your daughter today. You were called into the station to confirm her identity. And yet here you are, cool as a cucumber, even though you lost your precious daughter. Shall I guess why?
Shall I guess why? Okay, let's go over these one by one.
Her name is Iwai Monica. She has been missing for 18 years. She was 19 years old at the time she went missing. Monica, Hitomi Sagan, and Renju Okiura all attended Eitoku High School.
Was there a record of her being pregnant at the time? I mean, it's obviously showing it in that, like, little flashback still, but did she go missing before anyone was aware that she was clearly pregnant? Or was it after? Was it knowledge of the people around the time?
Monica's body was found completely frozen solid. Her right eye was missing. Her body shows multiple stab wounds from an edged weapon to the back of the torso. The cause of death was those stab wounds. The murder weapon was most likely a kitchen knife. She was also pregnant until just before her time of death.
Interesting. Because there's the possibility she was kidnapped and kept alive until she gave birth, basically, then she was killed.
Monica's corpse was hidden under the hood of a forklift in Okiura Fishery cold storage warehouse. This warehouse has been under Renju's management for 18 years. Mizuki witnessed Renju checking on the corpse. This, of course, means that Renju knew about Monica. Because Monica's corpse is completely frozen, it is difficult to determine her time of death. However, her appearance appears to be unchanged from when she went missing 18 years ago. Thus, it is extremely likely she was killed around that time.
So her baby would be...
Just turning 18.
Da-da-da. This seems like the most likely one, unless there was something about there about... I don't think there's anything there about them knowing each other. Shut up! Okay, we're just gonna, like, give her the information
Because
outright.
that body isn't Iris.
We're just gonna say that.
And you know it.
Are you serious?
I would have led that on a little bit more to get more information about how much she knew before she knew we knew, so she'd lie and etc. and say okay. But okay.
Yes. Her name is Monica Iwai. She was killed when she was 19. She went to the same high school as you, and she was your best friend. Isn't that right? Nothing to say for yourself? Hiding something? Maybe you killed her with Renju.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, now you're talking. But we know Renju committed a crime. Illegally disposing of a body. And we can prove it.
Seems the most likely. Not a whole lot of evidence here.
The cold storage warehouse where the body was found. It's been managed by Renju Okiura for almost 2 decades now. And witness testimony proves that he knew about the corpse there. And if I'm not mistaken, you knew about the corpse too, Hitomi.
Most likely. Interestingly, so that would have meant that he started managing it, what was it, 20 years ago? Or 19? Either way, well before she died. And it was set up in this secretive fashion well before any of this happened, which would at least imply the situation where the actual warehouse and such was being used for a general purpose. Not he had to get it and set it up just specifically for this endeavor. Or was it 18 years? One sec. No, it doesn't go all the way back. Okay. I'm mixing up numbers because there's 19 and there's 18 and... Okay, so either it... I thought that they said 20 earlier, and I know this just happened, but the numbers are getting a bit jumbled up in my head.
You and Renju have been close since high school. It's not too much of a stretch to think that he told you about the body. And I remember you telling me once.
When I was young, I lost someone very important to me. Monica Iwai, my best friend. One of the only friends I had.
How did you know that she was dead?
I didn't.
Don't play dumb. I know you're hiding something. You know what happened 18 years ago. And you knew she was pregnant. You were her best friend. Of course you would have known. Tell me. Tell me everything!
Date, she's not going to talk.
Interesting. Are we capable of, like... Do we need permission in order to do a DNA test between her and Iris? I imagine we could probably find, like, hair strands at their household for hairbrushes and stuff like that for Iris. Could we do a proper DNA test, or do we need to get permission? I'm thinking we don't need that. We could probably make a strong case that they're not actually related. Which would also make a strong case that she knowingly took Iris.
Sync with her.
Fine. We didn't end up using all the freaking evidence. No wonder it was so little. Oh well. Oh well. What will be in her mind, I wonder.
Date, I'm sure I've told you enough times by now, but please, come back within 6 minutes.
I can't promise you that, Pewter.
We're bringing this up again in such a explicit, called-out fashion? Oh, we're definitely staying in there for more than 6 minutes.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm not coming back until I find something.
Date, you can't.
Why not?
You know why.
Because it will take over my consciousness?
Yes.
But if it's only a little...
No, not even a little. If the sync passes the critical point, the damage will be irreparable.
But what does that mean exactly?
Oh, do you guys know? Come on. You're so sure about it. Are you two hiding something?
No.
I'm not hiding anything.
You're lying.
Then let's try it. Let's experiment with my mind. Then we'll know for sure what'll happen.
Oh boy.
Fine.
You're that...
I'll just say it.
Okay, good. I was like, are you that desperate to keep the secret that you'll just let me do it?
Yeah?
Pewter, tell him.
Me?
So much for saying it.
You know more about it than I do.
Well...
Ask Pewter.
No, I want you to
He
tell
knows
me.
more about it than I do.
God damn it. Whatever.
Well, first off, 6 minutes is not a hard limit.
Makes sense. It just means there's some point, some threshold you cross where the risk increases significantly to the point where the problem could happen at any given time, I imagine.
It could be 7, or even 8.
I don't care about the exact time. I'm asking what happens if you go beyond the limit.
Do you remember the story I told you about the egg?
No.
Yeah, why?
Been a while.
If you imagine an egg as your consciousness, the yolk is what goes into the subject's brain. The white remains inside your shell. If you go beyond the limit, your yolk will not be able to return to its shell.
Because the subject's mind will start to take over the sinker's consciousness, right? I know that part already.
Indeed, but there's more to it. After the yolk is devoured, the egg white is brought through the machine next.
Huh?
And there's more. It's not just the sinker's brain. The same process eventually occurs in the subject's as well. In other words, the entire egg ends up being replaced. Mind, consciousness, memory, they are traded. Switched.
Okay, so it's a switch outright? Is it possible that you could... So it sounds like it happens to one side first and then the other side. Is it possible you could cut it off in between? Because I've had that speculation about Date and number 89 for quite some time now. Is it possible everything could get stuck on one side? Okay. So you could just switch bodies? Some people might want that.
The human brain has what can be understood as a memory limit. One brain can only hold one consciousness, and it can only contain one person's memories.
Okay.
Now you know everything. Talk to the boss.
Okay. And why would this be a secret? Based on what you've told me, the only reason I can imagine this being a secret is because you think I might figure something out.
I was unaware of this as well. This information is not on any accessible databases.
We had to prevent the possibility that the system could be exploited.
Exploited? But
Even if it wasn't you, someone else might try. We didn't tell any sinkers this, including you. Project Sync is a top-secret project. It's a matter of national security. Even sinkers are on a need-to-know basis.
So it was also pointed out, I think in the most recent episode, that part of the route that was taken back in the Oda-Mizuki route for when they were going to all the other areas was that they stopped by in that district, which I had forgotten also has the chemical plant, which is where the prototype one is. So basically, what we seem to be telling ourselves at the moment, or at least telling me, is that anyone at any given time could have switched bodies, which means we could have one killer in just a different body in every single route. Is that what we're saying right now? We could have something like that, and maybe that's why it always seems like someone else is to blame. Maybe in that other route, someone was in Iris's body, or something like that. And that's why she was so fucking suspicious the entire time.
Think about it. What if you were kidnapped by bad people who tried to make you talk?
Bad people?
A criminal organization, spies from another country, those people. If you blabbed about Project Sync, the entire country might be at risk. You heard it from Pewter. The Sync machine isn't just for entering a person's somnium. It can also be used to swap bodies between two people. Imagine what this machine would be used for in the wrong hands. That's why I didn't tell you. We can't let this secret get out.
Well, it seems like it's probably already out. Okay.
Swapping bodies between two people? Trading minds?
It sounds like my speculation is still possible, though, so...
You remember what I told you earlier? Are you listening to me?
Nope, you're really quiet for some reason.
Yeah, I got it.
So, what I want to do is I want to switch bodies with Hitomi.
Are you really okay?
Could I go undercover?
I'm fine. Start it.
Could I go undercover?
Understood.
An idea.
Let us begin.
Maybe I could approach Renju in Hitomi's body? I imagine the process of switching would be very stressful on the mind and whatnot. It's probably not without potential complications and such. That would be very surprising if it wasn't, basically.
God?
I am the god of fire. I burn erotic books with my flames of red-hot anger.
My, how ruthless.
And fall.
Ow!
Are you okay?
That hurt.
I'll let you read this porno mag if it'll make you feel better.
I will burn it.
It's a mental version of it.
The fog is making it pitch black.
That's not how fog works. Okay, interesting. Interesting.
The light over there. Is that a firefly?
A light in the darkness. Is that how she sees her world?
Somnium scan. Activate.
The first mental lock is in the darkness. The second is in the darkness. The third is in the darkness. The firefly, okay. I didn't get a good look. Was that over something? Reveal the hidden secrets. Reveal Tommy's secrets buried deep inside. I'm not controlling this.
It disappeared?
No, wait. It might still be nearby.
Sure, why not? So, something else someone pointed out, and I haven't really used it yet. Apparently there's a map. And presumably this shows everything that you can see, interact with.
A flower bud. I cannot identify the variety.
I just haven't had a need for that, basically. So, I hadn't even tried pressing the button. Worship. Worship. Worship.
Worship it?
Do it.
Yeah.
I will pray to it as though I am mourning the dead.
Is that really gonna be it? Well, that helped.
It bloomed a little?
I don't know what caused it, but it's better than nothing happening.
That was the entire initial lot? Okay. I just picked that one because it seemed like the funniest, but okay. Oh, it looks like there are, is this, okay, yeah, there are more out there. Interesting. Mind you, I can still see all these. Just, you know, oh wow, some of these are way far away. Oh, can I even get over there? Wow, this is really...
A rock.
Worship? Investigate.
This is a simple rock, but
Bud.
Is there any kind of pattern?
no, there does not appear to be.
Oh, so much for getting.
A rock.
Timey. Fine, lift it.
Do what?
Just try.
Understood.
You've lifted bigger things before.
Well, did you find anything?
No, of course not.
Okay, well that was a good use of time and effort.
A rock.
Well, let's see if the worship is just like something that we need to do in general.
But it's a rock.
Gods live in the rocks too, you know.
A rather Japanese way of thinking.
Just try it.
If you insist.
How was it? You've cleared your head, right?
Yes. I now feel a sense of emptiness.
Guess it was a waste of time.
I do not want to hear that from you.
You're the one who spent so much time worshipping it.
5
rock.
minutes left, Date.
I guess kick it.
Understood.
Ow.
My foot hurts.
I see.
My foot hurts!
Sorry.
I will keep that in mind for the future. Still 3. Okay, I guess that didn't really achieve much of anything.
A rock.
Guess I should investigate any of these to see if I can find a pattern.
This is a simple rock, but...
Actually, this seems to be identical.
Is there any kind?
Okay, size doesn't matter.
Well,
Interesting. Well, I might as well properly follow the hole in tree.
4 minutes.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, well, I'll try what the trail seems to lead to now. I was doing everything but.
A hole in a tree. I may be able to fit inside.
Tackle.
Beetles might fall out.
this isn't one of your animal friend video games.
Animal Crossing? Yeah, I bought the new Animal Crossing.
Nothing fell.
I got bored of it
Did
quickly.
you want something to fall out?
I used to like Animal Crossing, just sort of got boring over time, though.
A hole in a...
Sectioned inside.
I am not going to be eaten or anything, right?
Probably. Not?
Whoa!
Alice in Wonderland time, yeah?
I fell, but I am still in the forest.
It's darker than before.
What? Is someone there?
Hey!
That voice is...
Find out where that voice is coming from.
Sound like Renju. Okay, fine. I'll, well, that's multiple trails now. Hole in tree 2.
a hole in the tree. I am not going to be sucked in, am I?
I don't know. I feel like Scream might be the better option here, though. Just because someone was yelling at us.
That's strange. It should have worked.
Did you want to see me get sucked in?
Yeah.
Oh, how loving. How loving.
A hole in the tree.
Scream!
The Emperor is naked!
Okay. What about the Empress, though?
The Empress is naked!
Sounds like my kind of empire. Let's move there. I don't see anything.
Nor do I.
No response either. Interesting.
A hole in...
3 minutes, Date.
I guess peek inside, see what that even does.
I cannot see anything. It is unnaturally dark.
Anything else?
I do not see anywhere that air could be flowing from.
Interesting. Fine. Oh, just fucking Renju right here. I thought I'd need to go to that hole and... Oh, is this a young Renju?
Renju Okiura.
Interesting. Flirt with him.
Yoo-hoo, Renju!
See how well she does?
Come get some of this. Come on!
Sorry, that was a bad idea.
Don't apologize. This is Renju's fault for having bad taste.
Yeah, that's it for sure.
Renju Okiura.
Oh. Hit him. Just hit him.
This is for neglecting your responsibility to Mizuki, you coward! No use. I can't hit him.
This Renju is still a teenager. He wouldn't know Mizuki yet.
I suppose.
Renju...
Oh.
Renju Okiura. Renju, what are you doing in a place like this?
He won't answer.
Not in a place like this, at least.
Nothing?
Renju Okiura.
Really, nothing.
He looks young, but this is definitely Renju Okiura as he appeared approximately 20 years ago.
That's a long time ago.
20 years ago. Okay.
You have less than 2 minutes, Date. Hurry.
Well, I tried everything.
Renju...
So much for finding the source of the voice. Well, something might fall this time.
Understood. I will do my best.
Oh, okay.
This is... a picture of Hitomi, Renju, and Monika.
Everyone is so young. Hold on to that.
Okay, interesting. So they all knew each other. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and, go back to this one. Because I at least know the general progression here. I assume I have to show it to Renju.
5 minutes left, Date.
Ain't that better?
Renju...
I think this gave a,
This... no...
This
Did that give a timing? No? I thought that gave a timing on the other one.
Renju...
My bad.
Renju, look at this. Wait!
Renju, stop!
Did it get darker? Shook Renju. Okay. Oh, and just right back. Okay. Well, it looks like we got more stuff around. A hole. All the rocks. I suppose this has a list. So yeah, we have a hole. Let's jump into the hole.
What is this hole?
Yep, jump.
Really?
Yeah, go ahead.
Understood. Huh.
Okay.
It's even more difficult to see now.
Sort of counterintuitive,
Another voice?
isn't it? Oh boy.
That's Hitomi's voice.
Where is she? Look for her.
So her missing her eye
4 minutes.
makes it seem like she was killed for the old Cyclops killing, right? That seems like it's possible. This whole time here almost makes it seem like they're looking for her. Like maybe she was kidnapped and stuff like that. Another hole in tree 3. Okay, still just that basically.
Another hole in a tree. About as big as a capybara, I estimate.
Those are pretty big.
Are they? Oh, what have I not done? Haven't screamed and had success?
Hitomi! Date likes Hitomi!
Hey, what are you trying to say? Hitomi won't remember this sink. But still.
Oh, it worked! Sort of.
Hitomi stopped.
Interesting. Was she running around before?
That's Hitomi.
I'm not sure.
Guess it was a...
I do.
Yeah, this seems like a very light on timey's one, doesn't it?
That's Hitomi. Hitomi? I see.
Well?
She dresses modestly, but underneath she has a curvaceous body.
Good work, Aiba. That's good to know.
Very good to know. The most important thing that we got out of this. Whatever.
3
That's
minutes.
Hitomi.
I guess talk to her.
Hitomi, what are you doing here?
Guess she can't hear you. She looks like she's looking for something.
You don't say.
That's Hitomi.
Well, you know, before that, let's see. Did anything else pop up? Actually, I wonder. She's not going to pay attention because she's looking for something. Maybe there's something inside the hole in the tree.
I won't get sucked in.
Find something? Yeah.
A cord bracelet has appeared on my wrist. Perhaps it belongs to someone.
It might be important. Hold on to it.
Okay. That's probably what we need to give to her, basically. And she's over here, too.
That's Hitomi.
Show bracelet.
Do you remember this?
And run.
Wait!
Follow her!
On it!
Okay, what was the last one? This is a weird one at the very least. Reveal the secret.
You have less than 2 minutes, Date. Hurry.
Just another hole. Okay. I guess the rocks are basically just for,
A large hole.
technically I could. Nope, just screw it. I'll jump.
A large hole.
Go!
If there is nothing left to do. Ah!
look at that sparkly.
Date, what is going on?
I don't know, it's pitch black. I can't see anything.
I see. Then it is not me malfunctioning.
Can you feel your way around?
I can try.
Well, I just need to walk over to the shiny thing.
What?
Yay. Okay, what do we got? Just one thing. Okay. That map is nice for confirming I'm not missing anything. Oh my god. Is this gonna be the big struggle here? It's gonna be like a little maze to get over there. Do I need... I guess I need to follow the fireflies probably to get to it. Cluster Amaryllis. Or... Amaryllis? It's not an iris, at
A
least.
Lycaris flower.
Digging up seems pretty committal.
That is a cluster amaryllis, also known as a Lycaris. I have no doubt. These flowers are poisonous, sometimes known as death flowers. In the language of flowers, it means passion, reunion, and sad memories.
Interesting.
A Lycaris flower.
Well... Seems committal.
Let's do it.
If I even can.
What? Another hole. A large hole.
That's a lot of time. This better be the end, basically.
We've come this far. I will not protest now. Huh?
Into complete darkness. Just like a little bit of a dot. Ooh. Nope, that's a reflection of my TV. Never mind. I thought something was popping up, but nope. Okay.
That is...
A grave? So was she already dead when they found her? Did they do it themselves? Were they planning to, like, bury her out in the, forest or something like that? Okay. Are we going... This is the next day, or...?
Hitomi, I think I know what happened 18 years ago. You three were close. You, Monica, and Renju. Monica was murdered. You and Renju found the body in the mountains, and you brought it back to the cold storage warehouse. And my guess is So Sejima killed Monica. I've seen inside his head before, using this machine.
Ah, right, because that was in this route too, wasn't it?
I see. If you know that much, then there's no point in hiding it anymore. I'll tell you the truth.
Oh, fantastic! You give in. That's good. That's good. Okay. Tell me the whole motherfucking truth. We could do it at the police station, you know. 18 years ago. Was it Renju's? Was Renju the dad?
Wait, you're going to see So?
Yes.
I want to talk to him in person.
No, you can't.
Why not?
Oh.
Are you worried about my body?
You think that he's the dad? Oh, would that make Date and Iris brother and sister?
You don't have to worry about that. I'm totally fine.
But your stomach is still...
Oh, my doctor told me that's normal. Your stomach doesn't go down right away after giving birth.
How long does that take, by the way? That does make me slightly curious.
I'm not worried about your body. I don't know how to explain it. So doesn't care about you. And especially not your child.
I haven't told him about giving birth. He contacted me for the first time in a while.
So that's why.
He wants to know about the baby.
He must be panicking. If anyone ever finds out his mistress had his baby, his political career would be over.
You think he killed her thinking she was still pregnant?
It's not like it was an affair.
His wife passed away after giving birth to his son, right?
It would still be a big scandal. He impregnated a girl who just graduated high school. Don't you see how that looks?
How old would have he been at the time? Yeah, that would look absolutely horrible, but... How old would So be at the time? 18 years before. Fuck, man. 42. What were you doing? Monaca. Is she not on here? Not yet, it seems. Oh, boy.
He knew how the public would take it. That's why he gave you the money to deal with it.
Abortion.
There's no way he'll accept that child.
It's okay. I told him that I won't cause any trouble. But could you take care of the baby? Just for a little bit? I'll be right back.
Fine. But take this with you, just in case. It's a GPS transmitter. Just to be extra safe.
Okay.
I really don't think I'll need it.
What's
But okay, if it'll make you feel better.
What's 18 years ago in terms of like technology in the year and stuff like that?
I don't know what Monica saw in So. She said he was kind and loyal, that he wanted to change Japan, but I didn't understand any of it. We tried to convince her to break up with him so many times. She never listened, and it ended in tragedy. What happened next, you already know. Neither Renju or I saw it happen, so I don't know how much of this is accurate. But we could guess what happened.
She can't really hide the pregnancy either with her stomach still like that. You think that was Date? Or his previous self, at least. Oh, shit. The killer. Who told you he was someone different? Why wouldn't you assume it's a...
You said that Monica was killed by So, right? But that's not true. Monica was killed by Saito Sejima, the son of So and his late wife.
Why? Why would you think that? Okay, yeah, there we go.
Saito was 12 at the time.
12?
Yes,
But why would a little boy do that?
I don't know. I can't imagine.
Ooh. Ooh. Didn't Pewter directly say that the original Cyclops killer had his first kill at 12? Or something like that? Am I remembering that incorrectly? Also, who told you that part? That's pretty significant.
Renju told me.
But you said he wasn't there.
He heard some of this from the Kumakuras. Renju had connections with them.
How did the Kumakuras know?
So told them.
Why would he tell them? To cover it up? To help cover it up? Because they would help or something like that?
He told her to move overseas. He said he'd pay for everything.
Interesting.
So contacted his friend, the chairman of the Kumakuras. He asked him to dispose of the body and left the scene with Saito.
The incident was 18 years ago. That means the chairman was Rohan, not Moma.
Rohan went to the scene of the crime?
Yes, with some of his men.
Interesting.
Again, neither Renju or I saw this. We were just waiting at my house for Monica to return. But she never came back. We tried to call her cell, but it didn't connect. But then, we saw movement on the GPS.
The GPS Renju gave to Monica?
Yes. At first, we thought she was on her way home. But we saw the GPS getting further and further away from the city. Renju and I got nervous, and we decided to follow it.
What about the baby?
We couldn't take the baby with us, so Renju gave the baby to the mob doctor he trusted.
Interesting. Who would... Have we met a mob doctor? I don't think so.
Those are Kumakura men.
We didn't dare move. We couldn't speak. We were barely breathing. We could only watch as it all unfolded. I knew what the hole was for, but I couldn't move. Couldn't do anything. I remember my heart beating so fast. Before long.
We good here?
Yeah. Cover her.
Just a minute.
Okay, that explains that at least.
Beautiful.
Ugh.
The Kumakura people covered Monica's body, then left. Renju and I ran over, and dug up the grave with a tree branch. What we saw.
Why freeze the body at this point? Come on. Why freeze the body?
We need to call the police.
Yeah, why not call the police?
No, we can't. Not yet.
Why not?
You don't know who those guys are. They would do anything to keep this hidden. I've seen it happen myself. I know what they're capable of. Anyway, think about it. Why would they do this? They thought Monica and her baby were going to be trouble. Monica's stomach was still pretty big. I don't think they know that she gave birth already. What do you think they'd do if they found out? they would take her and kill her too. And then, they'd come for us. They'd make it look like we disappeared. All of us would be gone.
Renju convinced me. He knew more about the dirty underbelly of society than anyone. He knew when something couldn't be handled by the police. He said that they would do anything to kill the child. And I believed him. We had to protect Monika's baby. We had to, no matter what.
Okay, I understand.
So is the idea that you preserved her body in case you could, get them on it later?
I decided to trust him. We couldn't leave Monika's body in the forest. We cleaned her up and took her to the cold storage warehouse.
This warehouse is owned by Okiura Fishery. My father runs it. But it's not in use right now. They're moving operations to a better area. They're actually looking for buyers right now. But don't worry, I'll take over the warehouse.
Are you sure?
Yes. Don't worry. I'll keep everyone out. Everyone but you, of course. I'll give you a key. You can come visit any time you want to see Monika.
So if they kept it locked up normally, then how did So get in earlier? How did the polar bear get? I suppose if that's So, if we're very confident that the polar bear was So, it would have to be for the same reason.
Monika, don't worry about the baby. I'll protect her, no matter what. And don't worry about them, either. The people who did this to you, I will never forgive them. I'm sorry, Monika. Sorry. I'm sorry. Monika.
I wonder if the whole hubbublub about me asking So and whatnot, if, because the route where they showed up was the other route where Iris died, right? And we saw Hitomi talking to So. I wonder if me making a big deal about him knowing Iris and whatnot made him be like, she does look a lot like her. What if? And then he figured it out. Because I made a big deal about it.